What's up, everybody? Y'all come on in. What's up, Annabelle? Y'all come on in. What's up, Ramel? Y'all come on in. All right, we'll get one more minute, y'all. We'll get started. All right. How about we begin? Now, we're back on our assassin energy. What's up, Alexis? It's been a while since we touched bases on the assassin energy. You know, it's been about 2 years since I really talked about them. So we gonna run this energy back. First and foremost, what is an assassin? The assassin, also known as, which was originally known as Hashashin, actually, is an Arabic. It derives from an Arabic term known as Hashashin. Now, the Hashashin were a group of Persian assassins originally. That the leader by the name of Hassan ibn Sabah, who, while he was in the occult, while he was in the mystery schools of Egypt, ancient Egypt, had the desire to create this assassin group, right? So after he finished up his occult training, he left and went back to Persia, and he began to create this order of assassins, which he called the Hashashin. Now, he did this, and he set up shop in the mountains of Persia, where he would acquire a fortress called the Alamut. Now, why is the assassin energy so important right now? Because we got a lot of motherfuckers who is trying to lock us in time loops. So now we're here to use our assassin force to terminate their energy. You see what I'm saying? Terminate their energy. Now, let's see here. Let's see what's next here. Now, you have what you like to call they were also known as the Fidai. Just wanted to put that out there. It was also known as the Fidai. What is the Fidai? Fidai means agent in Arabic, or also the Fidayin means agent. Now, a true agent, if y'all ever known about agents, is a person who is pretty much a shadow, a ghost. See what I'm saying? I tell y'all a story of one of my experiences. After my daddy passed, it was just this random strange old dude that I ran across at a KFC. I don't know if I was at a KFC. I don't know where I was first time, but it was some kind of restaurant. I ran across him and my intuition just picked up on him. He just was a strange dude. Everybody else was laughing, having a good time. He was just standing there. He was just sitting there actually, like a robot. Next, it was about a week later after I seen him. I see him again and he's posted up at a KFC. And I was like, okay. Why is he just standing on the curb? He wasn't smoking or anything. He was just on the curb, just observing me like he knew I was coming. You see what I'm saying? So when he seen me come, that's when he went into fucking the KFC. Now, when I get into the KFC, he stands right next to me. Real close, like in your personal space close, right? Like, why the fuck is this nigga standing so close to me? But I already knew this nigga was an agent at this point, right? So, you know, I had that experience with him. Then a week later, I see him again at the, what's up, Brian? I see him again at, the park I usually go to. It's like a little park I went to. And that motherfucker popped up again. How I know he's an agent is I never see where this motherfucker come from. You know, when you, if you observe the environment, you know people always have an origin point. They getting out their car. They walking out their house. They you know, they talking to their friends or something. They come from somewhere. I never see where this nigga came from. So he always just popped up like at point B. He was already in the reality, but I never seen where this nigga pulled up. And when I you know, just observed the park, there was no other cars in the park. You know, he an old man. Where's Kayet? You see what I'm saying? He just walking around fucking Belsman with no car, and he just so happened to pop up every time. So this time, what's up, Desiree? This time, I was gonna get out the car and sit on the bench like I usually do, but I decided not to. I just like, you know what? I'm gonna sit in the car. No lies, here come this motherfucker walking down the sidewalk, and he literally sits in another bench, just a little ways away from me, which is like earshot distance, right? And I was like, all right, that nigga an agent. And what made it worse is literally like he was looking for me. He looked at the car, but I was in a different car at that point, and he was like, okay, yeah, that nigga that made me. Yeah, nigga, I know you an agent. So he sits down, and I just crank my car up and leave. And I think I made him at that point, and I haven't seen him since. You see what I'm saying? I haven't seen him since. So that's how you know you deal with a true agent. Not the FBI or the CIA. Them niggas ain't agents. They enforcers. Big difference. You see what I'm saying? They enforcers. They not agents. Let me tell you the difference between an agent. A true agent moves like a ninja. Most part, they move. They live in the shadows. They like ghosts, apparitions around here. They just walk as if blend in, monitor, observe, report, but they don't really show themselves like that. You know, they FBI. You actually see their origin point. They gonna hop out of a black van on your ass. You see what I'm saying? But as far as the agents, nah, you ain't gonna see their origin points. So now, this is what you got going on with the Fidai. So that's how you know. That's one of the things you know with an agent. they already know, they already profiled you, so they already know everything about you, what you like to do, where you at. They you never see them show up in the reality. That's another thing. They always already there in position to monitor you. Another thing. So you never see their origin point. And they always set themselves up where they're in earshot range to hear you. I always notice that as well, so they can hear your conversation. So those are just a few things that you know you're dealing with an actual true agent. You see, it's another system. See what I'm saying? So just, you know, just one of my little personal experiences. And yes, don't get it twisted. They come in all shapes, forms, and sizes. It don't matter the age. That nigga was an old man. Shit, you would never expect him to be an agent. You see what I'm saying? But that's one of the tricks. You never know. They appear to you in the most harmless form to gather intel on you. But after that time at the park, the third time I seen him, I never seen him again. So there you go. Now, the next thing is, what is the Assassin's Creed? You know, we got this energy. What's up, Ari? We got this energy. What's up, Jevin? We got this energy, right? What is the Assassin's Creed, though? You know, every group has a philosophical code. Even this group, you know, they Jedi Sentinels, but they have their own code, their own way of doing things, their own way of talking, right? So let us let me show you a little scene here with the Assassin's Creed. Give me a second here. Them his assassin ancestors showing up to anoint him, I guess you could say. So them was his assassin ancestors. Now the Assassin's Creed went something along the lines of what was it now? Let me see. It went along the lines of, well, others blindly follow the truth. Remember, nothing is true. Well, others blindly follow morality and law. Remember, and it goes on and on until you get to we are assassins. You see what I'm saying? We are assassins. And what's going on here with this code is they live by it, and they live by it because it helps give them these codes help stabilize them, right? So that's what you got going on here. That's what you got going on. And when we're dealing with this, when we're dealing with this creed energy, these codes, these philosophical codes, they're just to balance you out mentally and spiritually, right? So now, you seen the ancestral assassins. And so the ancestral assassins showed him, let him know you never alone. You know, you never alone. Don't let these motherfuckers fool you. You know, shit. And in the movie, in the movie, it's the movie Assassin's Creed. In the movie, they told him, like, nah, remember, you after the genetic code, they had the apple of Eden, I think they called it, which was a genetic code of free will. And they was fighting, the assassins was fighting to keep their free will, where Knight Templars was trying to shut down or snuff out free will, right? So he did what? He shut that shit down, right? He shut that shit down for the most part. He was like, nah, I don't fuck with that shit for real. I don't fuck with it for real. And when he did these things, he was like, nah. When everybody, old girl in the movie was like, she said, you know, you shouldn't kill him. It's not right to kill people. He was like, nah, everything don't deserve to live. Everybody has a right to be born, see? But through your deeds and actions, you can forfeit your right to live. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? So the assassin energy is powerful because they learn to pinpoint the weakness of an enemy and exploit it to its highest heights, right? Definitely, right? So now, we're going to get into something here. It's a little book here called The Code of Assassins by Dr. Ha Ha Long. Real quick. Now, there's a particular timeline I want y'all to know. Let's see here. Let's see. It goes all the way back to 3000 BC. Where the Great Flood destroys Kaaba, right? Then 570 CE, Muhammad the Prophet is born in Mecca. Let's see here. CE is Common Era. Let's see. Which ones I want y'all to see here. (1070 CE), her son Ibn Sabah is born in Persia. And then they go to war and various other things here. Next, check this out. They actually have when the Illuminati was created. Check this out. In 1261, King Louis IX of France convenes a meeting of the leaders of the Northern Consortium in Acre, with the Grand Master of both the Order of Assassins and Knight Templars in attendance. Louis proposed that they join him and 6 powerful merchant groups to be collectively known as the Illuminati, or Enlightened Ones, in a scheme to control Europe, the Middle East, Far East, and Africa, rather than fight each other for control. The Assassin Grand Master accepts, but the Templar Grand Master refuses. Now guess what? In 1313, the Templars get fucked up, alright? Now, that tells you when the Illuminati or Cabal got their shit together and started planning to take over the world. Let's see here. Check this out. In 1624, the Rosicrucians are established. In 1717, the first Scottish Rite Lodge, Masonry Lodge, is founded in England. In 1760, Christian Masonry takes in current form after the Bible becomes the Order's Great Light. So the Bible ain't even become like established for real to 1760. So 1765, the Sons of Liberty, an offshoot of the Freemasons, are officially established in the colonies. You see what I'm saying? That's over here in America at that point. Let's see. Then 1776, the Illuminati of Germany are established by Adam Weishaupt. Let's see here. Then you got 1836, the first Muslims are accepted into this brotherhood. Then you got 1865, the first Jews and Hindus are accepted into the brotherhood. In 1928, the Muslim Brotherhood is established. It will become the foundation of all modern Islamic terrorist groups. What? 1931, Elijah Muhammad founds the Temple of Islam in Detroit. Many suspect he was an initiate of Prince Hall Masonry and the Moorish Science Temple, African-American offshoots of the Scottish Rite Masons. What? Let's see here. And then in 1956, the Muslim Brotherhoods began Fidai attacks in Israel. 1965, Malcolm X, who was the heir apparent to Elijah Muhammad, so he was supposed to actually take the throne if he had stayed in the Nation of Islam, is assassinated by a black Muslim hit team. Right? Let's see here. Yeah. 1975, Elijah Muhammad dies, and black Muslims split into two factions, with the Reverend Louis Farrakhan leading the Radical Nation of Islam. So who was the other faction? They would go on to become the Black Gangster Disciples. Yep. That's what they would go on to become. Larry Hoover. You see what I'm saying? Let's see here. Any other ones I want to talk about? So, it's funny, the Nation of Islam and the Moorish Science Temple is on this assassin's timeline. Don't y'all find it to be interesting? Interesting as fuck. You see what I'm saying? So don't y'all find it to be interesting that these Muslims are actually on their timeline because they are Masons. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta be in the system to get connected for real. And I found it to be interesting. Let's see here. Next, this police energy. Where's this police energy coming from? Well, what is this police energy? Guess what? It's that Judge Dredd energy. Yeah, I remember the movie Judge Dredd. I am the law. You see what I'm saying? That's what they used to say to you. I am the law. But whose law? Corporate law. Legalese, as they call it. Legalese is known as corporate law. That was created by the Moors in 1776, the Articles of Confederation. You see what I'm saying? That was the foundation for legalese, and they went on to a new organization, and they would go on to fund. The Moors funded this version, the United States Corporation. I want y'all to know that. Now, it's when we talking about these Moors, who are these Moors? You know, these fucked up Moors that's working against us. We gotta talk about this. In the Gnostic teachings, in the Garden of Eden, as y'all well know, the archons, Yaldabaoth and his world rulers, raped Eve, right? They raped Eve. They defiled her, right? And planted their seed in her. Well, what motherfuckers not telling y'all is they produced a black seed first before they produced a white seed. These black seed is the Moors that y'all know today as the Boule. You see what I'm saying? And various other factions around the country. Right? So they're the Boule around here. But at that time they were known as the Euro Moors. Or this you won't know where they get this way of thinking from. Not all blacks are the same. They are actually children of Yaldabaoth, the demon Urge, and his archonic hosts, his world rulers. Then they went on and grafted regenerated the white man, and will go on to produce them in Europe. You see what I'm saying? Then they would do that, and they're known as Tunny Moors. See, you got black Moors, and then you got Tunny Moors. What are the Tunny Moors? Tunny Moors there's no really such thing as white people. They're actually Tunny Moors. You see what I'm saying? And this war that you got going on is really not, it's not us for real at this time. It's between the black Moors and the Tunny Moors, and they're trying to, it's a civil war between them, because they're trying to see who is going to present the contract to us. You see what I'm saying? As my boy Rod Hayes was saying, they trying to see who gonna get the contract, who is gonna be the new rulers over us. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to put us back into slavery, and so that's why they doing these rituals. They trying to lock us back into their time loop. You see what I'm saying? And if they can get us to agree to the time loop, then they can lock us back in this shit for another 80 to 100 years until the next opportune cycle happens. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. That's what you got going on here. That's what's happening when you're dealing with these Moors. You see what I'm saying? These Moors. And what's more, what's more here is they never start ruling the world. You know, they go by boule. You know, that's why America never gets attacked for real, because those blackamoors are in America right now, living their life, and they got the tiny Moors in Europe ruling, and they got the Arabs too, which are the red Moors. They don't even talk about the red Moors. The red Arabs are the red Moors, and they got their Asian counterparts as well. You see what I'm saying? So they got their Asian counterparts as well. What's up, Nana Woo Woo? So they got their Asian counterparts also, and their Jewish counterparts as well. So they know what they doing. They know what they doing. They have a whole worldwide system that they set up, corrupt system they set up. And the most important thing you have to protect is what? The narrative. So you got these blackamoors, which I call Nero Moors. Why do I call them Nero Moors? There was a particular Roman emperor by the name of Nero Caesar. Not the other Caesars. He came later, but Nero Caesar, which was a black guy who would go on to assassinate and kill as many fucking Coptic Egyptians as possible. He says that he was a traitor, Moor / Coptic Egyptian, right? And he assassinated and killed and slaughtered many Coptic Egyptians, and he pioneered trying to shut down. That's why Nazism went underground, because of his reign. He killed so many people that the Nazis went underground due to him just massacring motherfuckers, just slaying. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. That's what you got going on with this energy with these blackamoors. See, the Archons have two C's: the blackamoors or the Nero Moors, and the Tunny Moors, which what we call the white Moors. They have two C's. For real. Really, you can go deeper than that. Cause according to Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the genetics go black, brown, red, and then yellow, right? Well, we already know the red Arabs are the red seed. Then the Jews, the white seed. The Asians are the yellow seed. And then you got the red seed, which are some corrupt indigenous. You got the brown seed as well. Let's not forget the brown seed. So you got the brown seed is the different Caribbean beings who are locked down as well. See what I'm saying? Who working? They locked down, but they got Moors who's infiltrated their societies and shit. Who working against it. So it's actually 5 seeds in all, because they had to graft. They had to graft the black seed and degenerate it down to the white seed. So you got blackamoors who ruling this shit, or Nero Moors as I call them. Then you got up under them the brown ones, the brown Moors, them the Caribbeans, them your Caribbeans, your Latinos, a lot of corrupt Latinos who working with these motherfuckers, so on and so forth. You see what I'm saying? Then after that you got what? And after that you got the yellow, which are your Asians. You see what I'm saying? The Mongols. You see what I'm saying? Then after you got your yellow, you got your white, who are what? The Tunny Moors. All these motherfuckers is Moors. There's 5 seeds. Y'all wanna know why the world's so fucking corrupt? There's 5 seeds of Moors, and all the Moors are in power. That's why the world's so fucked up. All these seeds are actually descendants of Yaldabaoth, the Demiurgos, and his world rulers, the Archons. After they defile Eve, the first mother. You see what I'm saying? Once they defile Eve, the first mother, then that's how you know. How do you know these beings? Because it ain't necessarily about the colors, about the energy, right? They real fucked up on the inside, and you can feel this fucking corrupt energy from them, as if whenever they come around, they self-hatred just permeates the world, and they real narcissistic, and they always snooty and look down on you. and look down on their fellow people. You see what I'm saying? Especially, and it extends into all races, the blacks, the Latinos, everybody has a version of these people. So we now know that there are 5 C's: the Blackamoors, the Nero Moors, the Brown Moors, which are like the Latinos, you know, the Tainos and all them who working with these motherfuckers to keep shit shut down. And they all have positions of power. That's another thing. They all have positions of power. They all in these Freemasonry groups, these Scottish Rites and all that shit. They all in these groups working against us. You see what I'm saying? These secret societies. You know, a lot, you know, so then you got the yellow Moors, which is the Asians. You got the red Moors, which is the Arabs and all them. See what I'm saying? So yeah, you got Africans as well. You see what I'm saying? Don't forget them too. A lot of Africans in positions of power work for who? These beings. See what I'm saying? So they got the Blackamoors run this side of the planet mainly, and then they got the Tani Moors running the eastern side of the planet for the most part. That's why they can go and do whatever the fuck they want to do. And there are 7 branches of the government. Not just the legislative, judicial, and executive branch. You have 4 of the branches. Big Pharma, which is the pharmaceutical companies. Media is media is the 4th branch of the government. Pharmaceuticals is the 5th branch of the government. The military, of course, the 6th branch. And then you got the financial side, which is Wall Street. That's the 7th branch of the government. There are 7 branches of the government. You see what I'm saying? It's not just 3. It's 7. So this shit is heavy here. This shit is heavy when you're dealing with this energy. When you're dealing with these motherfuckers here. So what's up, little light? So this is what you got going on. But we gotta understand who we dealing with. You're dealing with the descendants and children of the Archons. 5 C's, y'all. There are 5 C's, and they all in positions of power, or they have great jobs, and they always look down on you, and they always generating or projecting this archonic frequency out of their heart chakras. It comes out of the heart chakra. Now, you know, their toroidal heart fields is fucked up. Their heart force is fucked up, and they always looking down on everybody, and it's just pure self-hatred. And they are children of the Archons. We now know this, right? Cause they think there's a joke with these Archons. They think Archons aren't real. Hell, my nigga Panic don't even, and he the most go within person I know. He the first nigga to tell you to go within, and even he said, nah, them Archons real as fuck. Cause he's met them on the physical plane. We've all met them. And they have infiltrated every group of beings on this planet. And they all have usurped all the governments, and they are running this shit in the background. But that's what this assassin energy is about, baby. That's what this assassin energy is about. That's why we here. You see what I'm saying? To get some. Now, they're enforcers, the Judge Dredges of the world. I am the law, as they said. No, the enforcers just do what they said. Policemen do not help you. They do not protect your environment. They do not protect your right to live. They protect the system's right to live. Notice the difference. They protect the system's right to live, not your right to live. See what I'm saying? Not the citizens, the system, the matrix. And they are the enforcers. You see what I'm saying? They are the enforcers of what they do. They have the policemen, who are the foot soldiers. They have the sheriffs, who are the specialist policemen. They have the fucking the SWAT team, special weapons and tactics, you know. Then they have, so they have levels to this shit. Just like anything else, they have a hierarchy. Policemen, detectives, then sheriffs, then SWAT. Then if shit get real after that, then who steps in? The FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. Because now, if y'all can't handle it, then we got to step in. If the FBI can't do it, then who next? The DEA. They slide in. If they can't do it, who next? The CIA. They slide in. If they can't do it, then they call the baddest motherfuckers they got. Who? the U.S. Marshals. You see what I'm saying? The U.S. Marshals. Them the baddest motherfuckers they got. Them the greatest fucking bounty hunters on the planet. They don't give a damn where you at on this planet. If goddamn they want you, they will attach those U.S. Marshals to come track your ass down and take you out. That's their job. You see what I'm saying? That's their job. That's what they do. So now, I say all this to let you know who your enemy is. Know thy enemy. You know, it's four major rules to war. Know thyself, know thy team, know thy enemy, and know thy environment. You see what I'm saying? There's 4 rules to this war. So definitely. Now, I say all this to talk about, you know, these rituals they just did on this, especially the memorial ritual. This kind of like part 3 to True Knight Archons and Universal Soldiers here. Now what we dealing with? We dealing with the most interesting energy of all. We dealing with let's see here. We dealing with I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that, y'all. And we dealing with celestial freedom versus systemic freedom. There we go. Celestial freedom versus systemic freedom. Systemic freedom is us going out there marching, trying to get our civil rights in their system. They don't mind that because they want you to do that because they can create a contract with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, they can bargain with you. They can create treaties because all their contracts is up now. All the 400-year curse is up now. All the contracts that they had was locked down ended all last year. All the motherfuckers ended last year. That's why last year was such a pressurized year. You see what I'm saying? That's why it was such a heavy year in that way. Like, the weight of the world was on your shoulder last year because they was trying to get all their dirt done before those contracts ended. Now those contracts ended. Now they're trying to get you out here rioting. They trying to get you out here fighting. And the end game is, once you get tired and burn yourself out, they gonna come in and say, hey, all right, cool. Let's talk about it. You see what I'm saying? Let's sit down and let's create a treaty. You see what I'm saying? Let's create a treaty. What's the new treaty? The treaty is another form of enslavement. You see what I'm saying? They trying to lock you back into their shit because you free now. I need y'all to know that starseeds are free of this bullshit now. But we don't know we free. Well, I know I'm free. But the majority of us don't know we're free from this shit. We free from all their energies. And this is our opportunity to ascend up out of here and transmute this dimension. But we don't know that. You see that we don't know all these contracts have ended. So since all these contracts have ended now, we free. And since we free, y'all free. And we have an opportunity to send up out of this motherfucker over the next 3 to 5 years. See what I'm saying? It's a 3 to 5 year time span that's open right now for us to get up out of this shit. You see what I'm saying? And so we won't get locked back into their shit. So what they trying to do? They're trying to create systemic freedom. They trying to lock you back into a time loop, and the time loop is they're trying to guide you or control. They're trying to control this chaos in such a way as to where they guide you to a new form of treaty. The problem is what's slowing the process for them to offer you the treaty is they're at civil war with each other. The Blacker Moors and the Tiny Moors are warring with each other on who presents this contract. You see what I'm saying? Who present this shit to you? You feel me? Like who presented it to you? Who gonna be the next world rulers? That's what they talking about. Because see, the starseeds don't want fucking systemic freedom. We want celestial freedom. We done with their system, their matrix, and they know that. So what are they trying to do? Before the rest of the people wake up, they're like, nah, before they wake up, we got to shut them down or lock them in a certain level of consciousness before they wake all the way up and realize what the fuck we have done. When they realize what the fuck we have done, they gonna snap and fucking destroy this matrix. They gonna realize themselves that the matrix is what's locking us down. And that's what they don't want. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on. So I'm definitely telling y'all this for a reason. You see what I'm saying? So it's celestial freedom. What's celestial freedom? You see what I'm saying? Because we ain't never heard of the word freedom. Freedom. You see what I'm saying? Freedom. Celestial freedom. You free up here. You free in your mind most of all. but also your spirit and soul is free to travel and journey the cosmos as a sovereign being. That's what celestial freedom is. You see what I'm saying? You are free to travel this realm and all other realms across existence freely, both mentally, spiritually, and soulfully. Mental projection, astral projection, and soul projection. You have every right to travel all throughout the cosmos as a sovereign being and go and meet other beings and live and do whatever. That's your source giving right. You see what I'm saying? That's your source giving right. So that's what they trying to stop. They trying to stop you from realizing that you want celestial freedom versus systemic freedom. They don't want you getting that. They don't want you getting that celestial freedom because they can't control celestial freedom. They can only control systemic freedom. Systemic freedom, you still locked in their shit, and they can just create treaties with you and lock you back down. Nah, they want celestial freedom. We want celestial freedom this time, people. Now, let's see here. Where am I? Let's see. Now, into why the hashtag is called dishonor. Now, in our Universal Soldier lectures, you know, we hit the Marcons with that 44. Payback, niggas. You see what I'm saying? But in this lecture, it's time for the motherfuckers to get dishonor. We about to use this assassin energy. Dishonor, baby. Dishonor. If y'all ever played the video games, it's the story of magical assassins putting in work. Particularly this one with the sister, Megan Foster, but her code name is Billy Lurk. Now, you know, Billy Lurk is a weird name. We know that, right, for a woman, especially Billy. But why? Why is it called Billy Lurk? Lurk, of course, we already know is assassin energy. But Billy is Bill. It's short for Bill, which relates to a debt that has been owed or needs to be paid. See what I'm saying? Billy Lurk. Now, what do we got going on here with the sister here? Who is Billy Lurk? She Kali, the goddess of death. You see what I'm saying? She Kali. Now, why is she so special? Why is she so special? Her storyline led to her killing the Outlander. You see what I'm saying? Who is the Outlander? Who is the Outlander? This is the Outlander. It's a little bright there. Hold on. Let me bring down that brightness a little bit. This is the Outlander. See, so she's tasked to kill. This Billy Lurk one more time. She's like a master, right? Master assassin, right? What's up, Camlish? So she's tasked to kill the Outlander. But who does the Outlander represent? She even said in the game, she was like, wait a minute, you want me to kill God? Because she, you know, her teacher, Daoud, was like, yeah, we gotta kill the motherfucker who started all this shit. And it was the Outlander. She was like, wait a minute, you want me to kill God? He was like, yep, you gotta kill God. But who is this God? Who is this God? The Outlander represents the old Piscean archonic energy. So actually, he y'all the boy. You see what I'm saying? He y'all the boy. What's up, Rod? He y'all the boy. The Outlander represents this old archonic, toxic energy that was abundant during the Piscean age. That's what the Outlander represent. You see what I'm saying? So she was tasked with killing that motherfucker, right? She was tasked with killing that motherfucker because the biggest thing that he was doing was he was hoarding magic. Let me say that again. He was hoarding magic. Why was he hoarding magic? What is magic? Magic is mystical mathematics. Magic is melanin force, and magic is rituals, spells, and programs that you create via your soul power, or what they call mana. You see what I'm saying? That's what magic is. That's what the energy known as magic is, or Heka as we know it. And Waret Heka is magic personified. You see what I'm saying? So this is what he got going on here, y'all. This is what he got going on here. So he hoarding that shit. Only the people he deemed worthy of having magic is worthy of his rewards for magic, and everybody else suffer. You see what I'm saying? They don't have no magical power. No matter how much they worship this nigga, sound like Christianity, right? That's why I know he y'all the boy. No matter how much they worship this nigga, he don't give them energy. You see what I'm saying? He don't give them power. They suffer. Only the people he deemed worthy of his magical force gets the magic. So what she had to do? She had to go assassinate this nigga and bring magic back to the world. And y'all about to see this with your own two eyes. Hold on here. Let's get over here.
Look at me. I know that name. I know you. With blood, masks and blades raised.
Damn it.
Looks like he's in pain. Is this really what you want? Is this really what he deserves? You know how this ends, Billy. Look at you. This is what the Abbey tried to hide. This is what the eyeless want to know about. I'm at the center of the void itself. And you're not even some kind of horror I need to face down and fight. You're at my mercy. But you've always been at the mercy of bad people, haven't you? You said I had a choice. Well, I'm here to make it. I've seen what you wanted me to see, you black-eyed bastard. It doesn't change a thing. This is how it ends. This is how it always ends. I see. There are no choices left. It's done. You've got to weigh them out at the center. The rest will fall to pieces. The world will finally change. The world might change, but we won't. Killers never change. What happened is what had to happen. Maybe it's not fair, but I can't think of much that is. I know the guilty never get what they deserve. I know the black-eyed bastard never did. But with that knife in his heart, I've even the score. He died for the people twisted by his magic, the cults, witches, and killers. For all the madness and chaos they caused. For Dowd, for me. And after all this, I'm still just a murderer. There's so much doubt, but there are some things I know are true. The outsider is no more, and with that, the world will change in ways none of us can know. But the void is still there, echoing just beyond what you can see, and there's no one left to say who will and won't be touched by its magic.
So there y'all go. She killed that motherfucker and freed everybody. And when she did that, she brought magic back to the world. Now, everybody can tap into the void, which is nothing but melanin. They're melanin ones more. And everybody can tap into their melanin now and harness magic at their own free will, at their own volition. This is what we're talking about. She brought the world into the Aquarian age. You see what I'm saying? She brought the world into the motherfucking Aquarian age by assassinating who? The Outlander or Yaldabaoth. See what I'm saying? You know, they all gonna give you a sob story about, oh, this happened to me or that happened to me, and you know, this and that. Who cares? Because that shit happened to you, you ain't do shit about it. You see what I'm saying? You still carried on that archonic energy. So who cares? So this is what you got going on. This is what you got going on. We talk about this particular energy here. This, this particular energy. Now that you understand that Kalian energy, another thing that's been going on as well is we're going to talk about the role of the black man and the black woman in this particular situation. Now, the black man right now, let me cut that off. The black man right now are the magical protectors. They the Mace Windows of this shit. You see what I'm saying? Wielding their purple lightsabers and using their force to protect the black woman while she wakes back up and takes back her power. But where did this come from? We all know that originally the black goddesses or the black titanesses ran this shit way back when. So where did this come from? Well, when we was in Pangea, originally, I told y'all the original covenant was what? Between the black man and the black woman, because the black woman started seeing visions of her downfall. So she contracted out the black man to come down here to help her during this time. So, because originally the pineal gland was magnetic, and the pituitary gland, which is a pit. When you said pituitary, you think of gladiators in an arena in a pit fighting it out. So it was actually masculine energy. So it was kicking out electric energy, right? Now, when the black woman passed the energy to the black man for this time period to deal with this hell that's going on right now, the pineal gland switched from magnetic energy, generating magnetic energy, to generating electric energy, and the pituitary switched from generating electric energy to generating magnetic energy. Now that we went through this Holocaust, now what's going on now is the pineal and pituitary glands are transmuting into something new. Now they're kicking out electromagnetic energy. It's androgynous now. You see what I'm saying? It's androgynous now. We went through this Holocaust, and this Holocaust has produced a new form of alchemy that no one has ever seen before. So now it's electromagnetic now. And what's more, the electromagnetic has upgraded to photoplasmatic. So now, which is solar nuclear energy. You see what I'm saying? So your pineal and pituitary glands kicking out solar nuclear energy, which is photoplasmatic energy. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going on. That's why the Kundalini energy in your body is combusting so strongly. That soul combustion is so fucking strong right now. It's boom, 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 and boom. You see what I'm saying? And it's so hot now because that's that solar nuclear energy inside of you. That's your pineal gland and your pituitary gland erupting, exploding, and it's causing the rest of the energies in your body to erupt and explode all over. That's what's happening here. So we went through this alchemy, and now they like so why the black man seem like they getting weaker? They getting weaker because they are trying to get to the black woman. And so in order to get to the black woman, they got to degenerate the black man to the highest heights. You see what I'm saying? They can't get to the black woman as long as the black man is in the fucking way. They trying to get to the black woman so that they can rape them, pillage them, plunder them, drain them, and force them to have their kids. But goddamn, they're catching hell with that shit because the black man is still standing strong, even after all the things they've done to him. So that's what you got going on. So now what happened? What happened due to the black man standing strong during this hellacious cycle? You produced a Sir-Junda. I talked about Sir-Junda. Who is Sir-Junda? Now, I showed y'all a scene in Star Wars, which I'm going to show again in this particular lecture, sometime ago with my Windu and Junda Bloodlines video. I showed y'all a particular scene where the black woman rose back up and used her force to make even Darth Vader and the Cal Kestis bow. They was on their knees. It was a Masonic ritual. That was the resurrection of the black woman. The fact that they even put a black woman in the game in Star Wars mythology, and it was Kanan, Star Wars mythology, lets you know. And she was a Jedi Master too, lets you know that this shit is changing. So they resurrect her. But they didn't put her in the movies. They put her in the video games. Why? Because this generation is the video game generation. Most people play video games now in my generation. You see what I'm saying? So that they don't really watch movies as much as they play video games now. You see what I'm saying? So that's where all the energy is at. That's why the video game industry is thriving, doing this crazy ass shit that's going on right now. And everybody else kind of suffering except for the video game energy. So let's see what's going on with the sister Sia Junda here. Let's see what's happening here. Let's see here. So as you can see, the Mace Windu's have produced Sia Jundas around this motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Definitely. Let me show you an example here. Of course, Mace Windu. That's what you got going on. And this is Sia Junda. She wields a green lightsaber. Why she wields a green lightsaber? Heart chakra. The average black woman is doing what? Filtering out their heart chakras right now. Harnessing their emotional energies and stabilizing their emotional bodies due to all the trauma. Once again, here go Mace Windu and Sia Junda together. See what I'm saying? That Jedi Force. So that's what you had happen here. This is the role of the black man and the black woman right now. The black man had to protect her until she woke back up again, because that's what we signed up to do. You see what I'm saying? All those trillions and trillions of years ago, when she contracted us to come down here to help her with this particular Holocaust that was going on, that was gonna go on for such and such amount of time. You see what I'm saying? Anywhere from 500 to 2,000, 500 to 6,000 years, right? So that's why they're doing what they're doing to the black man, because they trying to get to the black woman before she wakes up. It's a game of Thrones. You see what I'm saying? So it's a race. You see what I'm saying? On one hand, you got these magical protectors, these gargoyles, these Lamasus, fucking standing their ground, doing what they need to do to protect her. And then on the other hand, you got these motherfuckers trying their best to stop them from waking up. Now, for the black woman's role is just to do her internal work and say and recite that and recite out loud that she wants her planet back. You see what I'm saying? That's all the black woman got said. I just want my planet back. Fuck this shit. I want my planet back now. Cause this y'all planet. You see what I'm saying? We just down here as y'all official bodyguards. You see what I'm saying? We y'all spiritual, magical bodyguards. Y'all magical assassins. Whatever we need to be to keep this shit spiritually balanced long enough for y'all to figure this shit out. You see what I'm saying? And have y'all full grand awakening that y'all supposed to have. That's why there's so much emphasis on the resurrection of what? The divine feminine. The Shekinah right now. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going on here. That's what's going on. So that's what that's what the black man and the black woman's role now. Because why were the prophecies over here? First of all, it's the root chakra. Everything has to start over. In order for things to start over, it has to start back at Earth's root chakra. What did I tell y'all the Earth's root chakra was? They told y'all Mount Shasta. No, that's bullshit. The root chakra is at Red Mountain Park in fucking Birmingham, Alabama. No lie. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? The birthplace of iron ore or the Iron Age. You see what I'm saying? And they literally tell you on the fucking pamphlets and shit that the iron ore was used to build this country or this version of what? The United States Corporation. And that's why they became one of the reasons why they became a powerhouse. You see what I'm saying? An empire for this time period. You see what I'm saying? So this is what's going on here. This is what's going on. So that's the role of the black man and the black woman right now. You know that's their role. That's what they're trying to do here. You know, let's see here. Let's see. Now, I have. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Now, at this point, you have to be celestial assassins. You see what I'm saying? That you have to be celestial assassins. Why do you have to be celestial assassins? Because these motherfuckers will not goddamn get this shit up easily. And they'll use espionage tactics against you. So you have to do what you gotta do. Notice I said celestial assassins, not physical assassins, celestial assassins. You have to go into the astral realms, the celestial realms that fuck these niggas up. Because they damn sure got they astral assassins and astral bounty hunters goddamn in the astral realm hunting you down and your kids down. And they take you down or kidnap you on the astral realm first, then they come kill you physically a year later. No bullshit, that's the science to this shit. They come kill you physically a year later after they hunted you down and assassinated you or kidnapped you on the astral plane. Because they got to kidnap your spirit first. You see what I'm saying? It all happens in spirit first. Then a year later they come after you on the physical plane and take you out. Or just a few months later. You know, because he who controls the spirit controls the world. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you got going on here. So what do we got to do? We got to be magical assassins. You see what I'm saying? You got to understand what that energy is. And so who we going to go to for that? We're going to go to Denzel Washington movie, the Equalizer. You see what I'm saying? First, he tells you what it is to be an assassin. You see what I'm saying? So let's see here.
What you want? Is it what you want? I thought you wanted the drawer. Isn't that what you said? Drawer? Yeah. Pain? Yeah. What the fuck is that gonna get me? That shit about to put food on my fucking mom's table? Huh? That shit gonna pay the fucking bills? You need to be a gangster. You need to be a killer, little young. You need that. Okay, if that's what you want. If that's what makes you feel like a man, then be a real man. Let's get jumped in right now here. Start with me. No, start with me. Yeah. Start with me. Come on, take it. Come on, killer. Come on, killer. Come on, killer. You're right there. You know what you're doing? Come on, killer. There you go. There you go. There you go. 5 pounds of pressure, that's all it takes. Come on, gangster. 5 pounds of pressure, that's all it takes. 5 pounds of pressure, that's all it takes. Now get to me, come to me. You don't want to get to me. Come get to me. I ain't gonna do nothing. See? You know what they are? They're liars. That's all. You know what happens when you deal with a liar? Huh? You see what happens when you deal with a liar? I lied to your little punk ass. Now I'm gonna kill you. What do you see when you look at me? Tell me, you better give me a right answer. What do you see when you look at me? Killer, what do you see, youngin'? You don't know. I don't know. Man, they spelled G-U-N, son. You got a choice. You got talent. You got a
your environment, what your mama didn't give you, and the white man won't give you no shot. You got a chance. Use it while you're still alive. You don't know what death is. You have no idea what death is. Make a decision.
All right. Hey, yo, Mr. McCall. Why me?
Why not you?
But why me?
Let's find out together.
See, what y'all just witnessed there was that he was Denzel Washington was a deaf guy in the Equalizer movies. You see what I'm saying? He was a deaf guy. That's what that assassin energy is, deaf guy energy. So you're dealing with Anubis. You're dealing with Baron Samedi. You're dealing with Thanatos, or who y'all know today as Thanos, the Greek Titan of death. You see what I'm saying? And all the deaf guy energy, the deaf force. So you're dealing with. So he trying to wake young Heru up like, nigga, this ain't your path. This ain't your lane. What you doing in the death realm when your ass supposed to be a champion deity? You see what I'm saying? You down here in the underworld. Your ass supposed to be on the throne somewhere. The fuck is going on? You out of your lane. You see what I'm saying? You playing the wrong role. So he had to wake him up like, nigga, get your shit together. You see what I'm saying? Get your shit together and become the god you supposed to be. Cause nigga, you don't know what death is, and he don't. He don't know what death is. Shit, what is death? Death is transition from one state of being to the next. So you gotta kill your old self to transmute to your new self. That's what he was telling him. That's what he was telling him. And so, as a magical assassin, what you gotta do, you gotta upgrade your what? Your danger senses, your spiritual senses, your psychic senses, your warrior senses. And you gotta learn how to harness them, your martial arts, your 52 blocks, your capoeira, you see what I'm saying? Your kung fu, your karate, your MMA, whatever you want to use, your tai chi, your qigong. You gotta harness all that and do what needs to be done to become the what? The Jedi Master. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's what he was trying to tell him. You don't know what death is, cause this ain't your realm, Heru. I need you to get in your lane, Heru, which he did. He does get in his lane and becomes a champion deity, and he goes on to draws a comic book or whatever. But this ain't the death god realm ain't for you. You ain't, the underworld ain't for you. Rise above this shit and become something new. You see what I'm saying? So now, when we dealing with this death god energy, what do the equalizers tell us in this particular case? They tell us to harness our what? They call it revenge mode. But it's really your danger sense advanced and heightened to a supernatural degree. You see what I'm saying? So let's see here. Let's see. Let's go get it.
I wanted the action to be organic, to something real. And in my research, I learned that for a person of action, everything slows down and becomes...
No problem, just throw that money. But you've got very...
Notice they got the skulls, which represent skills, ancestry, and the death force. Don't watch the tap in. So as y'all can see, what he did first, he had to kill him in the astral first. He had to see him in the astral first. The spiritual realm first. Then he fucked their ass up in the physical. You see what I'm saying? And he tell the girl in the movie, mind, body, spirit, and soul first. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? You gotta be, it all gotta be one thing. Now then, let's see here. Let us continue here. Let us continue here. It all has to be one thing. So that's what you got going on. You got to be a celestial assassin, a soul assassin. Versus they're what? They're cabal assassins. They're astral assassins. See what I'm saying? And you got to go to war with these motherfuckers in the heavens. You see what I'm saying? What do we mean by heavens? That's the astral realms and all the other realms that they've occupied to block you from freedom of this shit. What they call the tree of life, the Caliph, whatever. The tree of eternal life on the grid is actually the Ain Sof, and Ain Sof R. You see what I'm saying? The divine heavenly emanations which you are trying to ascend back into. That's the true tree of eternal life. The Kabbalah is a hologram because it's just the day side of the tree. The Caliph is actually a hologram too because it's just the night side of the tree. It's just two sides of the same coin. It's not till you ascend into Ain Sof and Ain Sof R, which is Ain Sof. Ain is, Un, or the Heavenly Father, which is the source. And I gotta call it back. And Ain is the Heavenly Father, the source. Ain Sof is Sophia or Aunt Sophia. That's the force. And then Ain Sof R, which is Aunt Sophia and Asa. You see what I'm saying? That's the glow. You see what I'm saying? So the glow is your soul, the force is the life force, and the source is Pormandres, the original primordial intelligence. That's everything you need to succeed in existence. You see what I'm saying? That's the original perfect formula that was created. And that's what your soul is made of. The immortal consciousness. You see what I'm saying? That immortal technique. So that's what's happening here. That's what's happening. So let's see here. Now, another thing I want to touch. The original beings, I just want to put this on record. And then we're going to get into the spells. You see what I'm saying? We're going to get into the spells here. We're going to get into the spells. Now, the ancient mound builders is actually a mythological term for the ancient American giant black gods and goddesses that roam the lands of these lands that we live on. A lot of people been asking me about this. So it's just a question I decided to put in here. You see what I'm saying? It's the ancient mound builders is actually Native American mythology. They speak of these giant mound builders who created these mounds here in North America and all down to Mexico or Mesoamerica and Southern America. Where the mound builders are actually notice in mythology there's always a group of beings before these so-called gods that run the plane now, right? Like in Greek mythology you got the Titans. In Norse mythology they were known as the giants. In Hindu mythology they were the Asuras. And of course the Nibiru in ancient Egypt and Nubia, the Anunnaki in Sumeria. Then you had the ancient Asian immortals, or the Sambi or Sambo gods. You see what I'm saying? Sambi were the goddesses or the Titanesses, and the Sambo were the gods, the masculine. You see what I'm saying? So and over here it was the mound builders. In South America, you had the Incans, you had the Chavin, you had the Norte Chico. In Mesoamerica, you had the Olmecs, the Toltecs, the Mayans, the Aztecs, which is originally the Olmecian energy. But up here was the ancient mound builders. Who were these ancient mound builders? These ancient mound builders are actually a mythological term that's talking about those giant ancient Mamarican or Amarican or Amarucan or Mamarucan gods who were on the land. What does Amarica or Mamarica actually mean? Ma means melanin. Ra means soul. And Ka means spirit. So it was actually the land of the soulful spirits. You see what I'm saying? That's what this land is actually called. The land of the plumed serpent. See what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on here. Over here. You know? So these ancient giants, these ancient black titans and titanesses were who roamed the land in the Native American mythologies. And they were masters at what they did. They were master mound builders. They were master craftsmen. They were masters of advanced technologies and hoodoo and magical systems, which is what one of them, hoodoo, is derived from. See what I'm saying? So this is what you got going on when we talk about those particular black guys, those particular black titans, those ancient giant ancestors. This land is known as Amarica, Amaruca, Mamarca, Mamaruca. Notice Mamaruca is a name. That's actually an energy. You see what I'm saying? Mamaruca is a name. See what I'm saying? Mamaruca literally means the land of the black soulful spirits. You see what I'm saying? Or the melanated soulful spirits. You see what I'm saying? The land of the melanated soulful spirits. No, you know, cause we would know what they call us over here, the soul beings. Why? We had the most soul on the planet. You know, you travel to Africa, they got the most melanin. You know, everybody had their specialty. If you go to Nubia, Africa, or what we call Nubia, they got the most melanin. The Sumerians were the scientists. The Asians were the martial artists. You see what I'm saying? Then you have the original Europeans, the archaic Greeks, the black Greeks, the true Greeks before they was usurped by these blackamoors who went up there and conquered their asses. You know, before they was usurped by them, they were masters of occultism. You see what I'm saying? That's where the occult shit come from. So that's where that paradigm come from. Then you got the Russians who are actually ancient Kolkians. See what I'm saying? So everybody had their role. Well, over here we were soul beings. But they said when they came over here, everything was fucking gold. You see what I'm saying? Everything was gold, and the beings here had a gold aura. They were shining. What they showed you in The Last Dragon is actually telling you when Bruce Leroy attained the glow, that's actually what you used to look like. When you vibrated, you shine, a gold ray of light or gold ray of light emanated from you. So that's what they talking about when they talking about. They do not want you to come back. They do not want that shit to come back. It took them 500 years to suppress that shit in you. That's why, at least over here anyway. When we talk about over here, it took them 500 years to suppress that shit in you. 500 whole years. And they just got it down to a point where it actually went to sleep for a little bit. So all across this land, they was gold. And the further north you went, the more gold you was. You see what I'm saying? So up here in North America, we was the most soulful. Then the energy kind of gets more fiery as you get into the Meso and the South America. The energy becomes more fiery. That's where that Latin energy come from. Actually, the Latin or the Tainos or the Tanos, the Incans, they were always fiery. But they just put that Christian touch on it, that Christian overtone on it. You see what I'm saying? But they was always like that. You see what I'm saying? This is nothing new. So they dealt with that fire. But all of these, all the three lands, the North, Meso, and Southern America were soulful beings. They were super soulful. You see what I'm saying? And when they came over here, they said this was the fountain of youth, the lost city of gold. You see what I'm saying? Or God, or soul. You see, like a gold light is soul light. The lost city of soul. That's what you're dealing with here. When we're dealing with the ancients, you know, and this is in their text. You know, they got a whole archive on this shit, both in the U.S. Congress, the U.S. Congress Library, and over there in fucking Europe when they came over here in Spain. They still got documents. They said this shit was gold. the streets were gold. The motherfucker just, the main colors was red, blue, green, and gold. You see what I'm saying? And black. So those were our 5 main colors: red, blue, green, and gold, and black. Like they showed you in Captain Marvel, what was her colors? Red, blue, and gold. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So they do not want that shit to come back. The world, we was emanating so much soul light, so much soul force from us that the trees literally had a gold tint to them. It was green. It was a green gold tint to them. This is the world you live. This is the world your ancestors inhabited. That's why when they talk about the soulful beings, anytime they talk about this group of soulful beings, they talking about you. Over here in North America, in Mesoamerica, and in South America. Although the energy turned into more of a fiery energy in in Southern America, that Latin fire as they call it now. But back then, you know, one thing about the black man and black woman, they gonna always talk about their soul. Like what, in the 60s and 70s, most of the songs, what? I got soul and I'm super bad. You see what I'm saying? The music was soulful, classic soul, neo soul. It was soulful. See what I'm saying? I'm a soul man. I'm a soul woman. So this is and that's why they shut down classic soul. They, you know, asking what happened to soul music. You see what I'm saying? Like soul music, if you look at the history of soul music, I actually have a friend who was a soul music musician, and I asked him one day, like, what happened to soul music? Like, why they shut it down? He said one day they just shut all the doors to soul music. I mean, we didn't do nothing wrong. The times didn't change and then they just shut the doors to soul music. You see what I'm saying? Because soul music was the original energy of the melanated gods, or melanated Americans, or Mamaricans, or Mamarukans, or Amarukans. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got going on here. That's what you got going on. The original ancient mound builders, or black titan and titans of the Amarukans. You see what I'm saying? The lands of the plumed serpents. You see what I'm saying? You know. So this what you got going on here. The Holy Cross ain't that new either. You know, that's some old shit too. We had that over here as well. So that's why the motherfuckers love talking about the cross and keeping that shit up. They're just using our sciences against us. You see what I'm saying? So what you got going on. Now, back to I really want to put that on screen. You know, a lot of people been asking me about our ancient heritage. You see what I'm saying? Over here. You know, our indigenous heritage. And that's what you were. The ancient mound builders is code name for the ancient, melanated, soulful Mamaricans, or Mamarukans, or Amaricans, or Amarukans over here. Now, last 2 things I want to give y'all, and we can wrap it up. That is these 2 spells that I want to give y'all. Now, we have the first one. I channeled Kali recently, and she wanted me to give you this ritual. The ritual, or this spell. And it's called the Masonic Ritual Assassination. You know, they did this. You notice how they just did this spell, and the energy got real heavy on you. That's you feeling the effects of their ritual. Their mass ritual on the planet. That's the results of their rituals that they just did. Their real heavy energy that came upon you. That's their energy. So Kali came to me and said, shatter that shit, Marv. Show them, give them a spell that works on assassinating that shit. So here we go. It's called Kali's Passion, the Masonic Ritual Assassination. Here we go. Like with Billy Lurk in the Dishonored gang, I call upon you, my fellow Starseeds, to put your energy in destroying this time loop ritual they have created. The reason why the energy has been so heavy the last few days is because you are feeling the effects of their Jedi mind fucks. You see what I'm saying? Now it is time to break the ritual and free yourselves of another false timeline. Now recite this. I am the shadow. I am the knife that will cut through your lies and deception. You have fooled my people long enough with these corrupt rituals you have been using against them. You know. Now I call upon the equalizers to come and assassinate their wicked rituals that they have been utilizing against you. Harness your force and destroy the illusionary timelines, genjutsus, and create for yourselves something new. Sincerely, the Council of Death Goddesses. One more time. Kali's passion, the Masonic ritual assassination. Like with Billy Lurk in the Dishonor game, I call upon you, my fellow Starseeds, to put your energy in destroying this time loop ritual that they have created. The reason why the energy has been so heavy the last few days is because you are feeling the effects of their Jedi mind fucks. Now it's time to break the ritual and free yourselves of another false timeline. Recite this. I am the shadow. I am the knife that will cut through your lies and deception. You have fooled my people long enough with these corrupt rituals you have been using against them. Now I call upon the equalizers to come and assassinate their wicked rituals that they have been utilizing against you. Harness your force and destroy this illusionary timeline, genjutsu, and create for yourselves something new. Sincerely, the Council of Death Goddesses. You see what I'm saying? So that's Kali's energy. Next, we also channel Anubis. You know, they working together on this one. This one called Mace Windu's Vengeance. This one's called Anubis' Insight, Mace Windu's Vengeance. Now, check out what he had to say. Y'all can write these down if y'all like, or just watch the video and meditate to them, you know, or come back to this part. Check out Anubis' Insight, Mace Windu's Vengeance. Now, it is time for you to use... Now it is time for you to rise up, my magical warriors. Like Mace Windu, your right hands were cut off and thus disconnected from your sense of divine justice. And what's worse, like Palpatine sending a shock through your system, you have been pacified and domesticated, but no more. Now it is time for you to rise up and wipe out the wicked Arconian matrix and break free. And this is how you do it. And break free of it. And this is how you do it. Recite this. I am the purple blade of justice. Like Volpod, I cast your toxic energies back onto you with my righteous fury on top of it. I summon and wield my force to shatter your point of view and create a new state of awareness and consciousness. No longer will we be bound by your vampiric shackles. Now, my magical brothers and sisters, force push your way through to a new dawn. Sincerely, the Death God Council. One more time. Anubis' Insight, Mace Windu's Vengeance. Now it is time for you to rise up, my magical warriors. Like Mace Windu, your right hands were cut off and thus disconnected you from your sense of divine justice. And what's worse, like Palpatine sending a shock through your system, you have been pacified and domesticated, but no more. Now it's the time for you to rise up and wipe out the wicked Arconian matrix and break free of it. And this is how you do it. Recite this. I am the purple blade of justice. Like Volpod, I cast your toxic energies back onto you with my righteous fury on top of it. I summon and wield my force to shatter your point of view and create a new state of awareness and consciousness. No longer will we be bound by your vampiric shackles. Now, my magical brothers and sisters, force push your way through to a new dawn. Sincerely, the Death God Council. So what does he mean by that? You know, I got a little video prepared for you. For I already showed you Kali's energy and Billy Lurk. You know, she murked that motherfucker and freed the world and brought magic back to the world. But Mace Windu has his own moment. Let's see here. Here we go.
Treasure. It's not enough for the separatists to enslave and murder us. They must rob us too.
You think we can use them to get across the bridge?
Shift the brightness a little bit. That should do.
I'll need you to create a diversion. Get the rest of Lightning Squadron ready.
Yes, sir.
You're under arrest. You have the right. We're under attack.
surrender. General Window, perhaps we can come to a compromise. Not when I hold all the cards. It appears that surrendering is unnecessary. We will all perish for the glory of the Separatist Alliance. What are your terms for surrender? Agreed.
So there y'all go. He had to force push his way through that motherfucker and cause all types of mayhem and fucking chaos to get through to the next level. And that's what y'all gotta do. That's what Anubis meant by force push yourselves through to a new dawn. You see what I'm saying? You know, do your internal work, make it happen, Kundalini awaken, and all that. But after you do all that, best believe you're gonna be thrust into this intercelestial war, this interdimensional war that's been happening. And so this is what this lecture was about, the Assassin's Creed. Dealing with that particular energy. You see what I'm saying? Those particular gods and goddesses or archons and world rulers who have all banded together, whether it be archons, ghouls, goblins, werewolves, insectoids, reptilians. Here the list goes on for all the motherfuckers who, you know, who working against you. You see what I'm saying? Blackamoors, Tawny Moors, Red Moors, hey, it don't fucking matter. You see what I'm saying? Y'all see what you see what we got going on. You see what we got going on. So we gotta assassinate this shit, y'all. We gotta take this fucking matrix out. Murk this shit. Hell, be done with it. Throw it away. You don't need it no more. You free. You actually already free. They had to let you go with their contracts that they had over you. So now you have to stand up for yourself and say, I don't want it. I don't want nothing to do with this shit no more. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to ascend to the next level and transmute this shit into something new. So there y'all go. You know, there y'all go. Dishonor, baby. Dishonor. You know, dishonor they shit. You see what I'm saying? Hey, you want a new contract? Hell no. That shit dishonor. In my eyesight, we done. You know, I assassinate that. Put a knife through they fucking contracts. Set that shit on fire, like one of my homegirls did. She said they tried to offer her contract. She set they shit on fire. That's what y'all gotta do now. Set they shit on fire. You see what I'm saying? Burn this motherfucker to the ground. And I ain't talking about like going out burning their buildings. Now I'm talking about burning the matrix through the astral realms, the soul realms to the ground. And it's gonna automatically reflect on the physical. Just like the motherfuckers was trying to escape recently in a video, and their motherfucking spaceship blew up because them Anunnaki exterminators came to see their ass. Where y'all going? Y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all stuck here. Y'all stuck here. Y'all gotta see this through to the end. Y'all gotta take this fucking celestial ass whooping. You see what I'm saying? So y'all created this, and so y'all gonna deal with it. So now their paradise is slowly but surely becoming their hell, and your hell is slowly becoming your paradise. Like they said, the first shall be last, and the last shall be first. There y'all go. There y'all go. So any questions? Let's see here. They got curfew out here where I'm at, so I take a couple of real quick. See what I'm saying? I take a couple. Yeah, it's 9:08. So any questions before I go? Any questions? Man, you share that video, man. Share that video, Marvin Jones. Cool. Yeah, it'll be out here. It's coming. It's coming. But if y'all don't have no questions, then I'm out. You see what I'm saying? I'm out. Y'all check out the rest of my content. Put the word out. Y'all want to donate? Cashapp me. mcjnetwork. If y'all want to check out my other occult lectures, cause you know Facebook like to sneak, you know they like to pull fucking disappearing acts with our videos or our information after a while once the energy died down. So I'm also on YouTube. Check out the Mail in Out Order and check me out. So with that being said, I'm out. Peace.